Alright, hey guys, it's been a long time, but I'm back and I just wanted to make a video about a camera that I've been meaning to make a video about for a long time, the Mamiya C330 Professional. Yeah, we're stuck in quarantine right now. I'm inside, got a lot more time on my hands. Thought I'd upload a video back on this YouTube channel that I've neglected for a very long time. I want to talk about this camera because I've had this camera in my collection for a long time now. So it's an old camera passed down from my father to me, and then maybe I'll pass it down to my children. That'll be cool. This camera, released in the 1970s, is a twin lens reflex camera. You got the DSLR, you got the SLR, single lens reflex, and you got the TLR, twin lens reflex. Two lenses. Medium format camera, so it shoots 120 film or 220 film, and it's built like a tank. It's very, very heavy. Mamiya made this camera for professionals, so they made it really modular. They wanted to make sure the lenses can be swapped, the prism can be swapped, and they released a ton of accessories for it. So it's a whole system. I'd probably only use it in studio or very specific shoots outside. It's not a very pleasant camera to carry around, and it draws a lot of attention, so I wouldn't use it for street photography. But it's a very unique camera. Why don't we take a closer look at the Mamiya C330? All right, let's take a closer look at the Mamiya C330. All right, here's the front of the camera. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, we got our lens here. It's the 80mm f2.8. So Mamiya makes a bunch of different lenses for it. They've got the wide angles, they got the normal focal lengths, and the telephotos. The 80mm is one of the normal focal lengths. The 80mm paired with the 2.8 aperture is beautiful for portrait work. I love it for that. Beautiful shallow depth of field. It's awesome. All right, so on this side here, you can see there's the aperture readings for the lens. There it is, nice. And this little dial here is what you use to change it. On the front of the camera here, it's got the model, professional. Mamiya really wants to let people know that they're professional. And this is a professional camera. All right, thanks. This little button here is to release the shutter. There's different ways to release the shutter on the camera. One like this, and then on this side of the camera, here, this one here releases the shutter as well. This side here, the main thing on this side is the film crank right here. Just turn that, boom. Once and you're ready to shoot. Okay, so over here we have the single shot. Turn it here if you want to do multiple exposures. You just change it here, and then you can keep firing here, and then when you're done, bring it back to here, and then you can advance the film, and then you're ready to shoot again. Here we have the lock for the shutter. There's a little L, I see it right there. Right now it's locked, so you can't have any misfires. If you're once you're ready to shoot, just bring it out here, and then push down. You hear the shutter right now. Ooh, it's a nice shutter. Right there, the film advance counter. So we're at 1 right now. Down here, that's for just focusing. This big knob here, look at that. Camera's on bellows. Onto the back of the camera here, we have the really important information of what film you're shooting. So we got 120 film right there. This is what you use to unlock the back hatch to load film. You just gotta make sure this little dot is up and over, and then you just move this whole thing over to the right like the arrow indicates, and it'll open like that. Boom, there it is. Got some film in here, the 120 film. Just finished this roll, so the finished rolls end up here. When you're loading film, it loads down here. And also this is the back. You can switch the position to shoot 120 or 220 film. Right now, see, 120, pretty good. Close that up like that, and then to lock it, just rotate this guy right back. Boom, it's locked. This is where the viewfinder is. This is really important. Just bring it up. This is the waist level viewfinder. that pops up. You can see in here. It's actually a mirrored image when you're shooting with this, so it can really trip you out at first. It takes a little while to get used to. And then up here, if you want to push this down, it flips open the magnifying glass, and then you can actually look right through here and get a bigger view. Flip that down, close it up. Boom, there you go. We have a bunch of knobs. Again, this big knob for focusing. You got the focus distance reader right here. It's nice, nice, nice. Big knob here. You can set your speed of the film, so 160. Now this big thing here, this right now is pointing to lock, and then there's an unlock on this side. If you wanna, this refers to the lens. If you wanna unlock the lens and switch out your lens, flip it over, boom, to the unlock. And now if you wanna take out your lens, you can just this lever, metal latch thing, pushes down, and then you can pop off the lens and switch your entire lens. It's kind of cool, the entire lens like comes out. Yeah, that kind of covers the close-up of the Mamiya C330. It's a really cool camera. I was very lucky to have my dad pass it on to me. I really do love shooting with this whenever I get a chance to. It's definitely a unique experience. It makes you really consider your shots. Since you're shooting 120 film, you know, you have very limited exposures. And yeah, like for portraiture work, I love this camera for that. There's no light meter in here, so I normally use my phone. I got an app that I use to do light meter readings. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the Mamiya C330. Why don't we take a look at some of the photos that I've shot with this camera. What a beautiful camera. Very heavy though, so use at your own discretion. It's definitely a talking piece. Many people, you know, they'll stop you on the street and be like, hey, what's that? What are you shooting with? Oh man, I miss being outside on the streets where people can go up to you and say, hey, what are you shooting with? Because right now everyone's got to stay 2 meters apart. Man, it's tough. But, you know, we got to beat this thing, COVID-19. It's no joke. But yeah, maybe I'll just use this camera, you know, take some photos inside. Whatever, you can do that. Take some photos of your apartment, some plants, whatever you want. Mamiya C330. All right, guys, thanks for watching.